fraudster will be answered by those who are supposed to look after fraudsters, the generals. The illegal firearms corner are not known, the number there, but there seems to be not very few, the illegal firearms. If you go to the police, or if you go to the events generated by the police, you find that there are several firearms that are found when they raid roadblocks and all that. There's been always an argument. What are the sources of the illegal firearms? One will be illegal cross-border. Why do we say so? Because you find a lot of AK-47s, and there are no AK-47s in South Africa, which means they come through the borders, especially with the illegal, those that they run illicit mining, and those that of the cash heist and all that. So there will be those. Second, there will be those that are stolen from the illegal law enforcement agencies, like your police and soldiers. There will be those guns. I think somebody last year gave that number to 700, those firearms. To 1 million and all that, well, I don't have the evidence, where do they come from exactly. But most of the illegal firearms, they come from legal firearms from individual South Africans. Most of the people that they have house breakings, they want two things there, or maybe three. They want uptuebe for jewelry, if they know that they'll find that, and they want money, but they also want firearms. So, and those firearms broken in. For instance, there are several people that would have been arrested when their sons, they carry the guns, carrying the father's gun. So that gun immediately is illegal, or will be taken by the peers at school and all that. So it's a big source. The illegal firearms are a big source of the South African illegal firearms. Unfortunately, when we try to amend, we raise the issue of Japan, private citizens, Vietnam. And Vietnam would have similar history with South Africa, because there was these wars where illegal firearms were brought apart. They have managed to move to such an extent that there is no private citizen there. You try to put that in the law, South Africans, they kick the dust. They say it's a balance of self-protection. But most of these, they don't call firearms that are owned by South Africans themselves. You said I fell short of explaining the unhappiness. I don't know how I fell short. But indeed, I would like the other young lady phoned from Spingo this morning, telling how horrible and how terrible the police officer was to her as it's working, as in such a terrible police officer. So it ends on the same argument, to say you have police, the pockets of excellency and the police of bad apples. The wish is that all police would be the good police, and everybody in South Africa tells the good story about the police. Unfortunately, it is not so about how the police, so it remains the mixed bag that I'll see how far do we work to try and correct. One major thing is to strengthen the structures of the community, the CPF and others who help to tell us the story, but who also help to monitor the stations and go to the stations, because they have that right to monitor the station, the Community Policing Forum. They have the right to go monitor there and call the meetings and have the meetings with the station commander, with the management and all that. And they do report back to say those police stations are good, those police stations are bad. There are police stations where, as you take the police have several leave your station, there are two of them, they are recent, where we had that take your station commander away from here, this station. So there is that mixed bag and all that. So happy I would be if everybody was given the same story. Political parties, I don't have that evidence, except that PA went to the border of Zimbabwe, where they were, I'm told they were chasing people who are coming in there. That's the only story I know. We're investigating that case because 2 of those people had guns, display guns there, which is illegal for any private citizen to display a gun and use that gun to guard on that. That they are raiding the houses and all that, I hope those people will open cases. By the way, there is no anybody's house. Maybe that's why there are people of Tutula that have been arrested, including the former leader of Tutula have been arrested, because you don't have that right of doing so. Even the police, by the way, you need fighting criminality through criminality to go in somebody's house. If those people are there and they know they've been raided by individual and private citizens of South Africa, please open the case. We need to chase those people and tell them that they are breaking the law, and accordingly, the law must take its course. Thanks. National Commission will come with this.
Thank you, Minister and DM and everybody. Firstly, let me say, Nhlanhla Sizani, he have never received any briefing from the National Joints. The chairperson is here, Lieutenant General, that we are the ones that did, and hence we are taking him through the court processes on the same matter. Thank you very much.